Which door will your character choose? If we as readers are invested in the outcome, congratulations, you've just created suspense. If you know how to create internal and external conflicts, you've got all the ingredients you need to cook up some winning suspense. So let's just refresh. When we talk about external conflict, we're talking about the problems the character has with either another character or in the outside world. Internal conflict deals with psychological or emotional concerns inside the character. If you've done your characterization homework to create a fully fleshed out character and planted these seeds into your scenes early on, we as readers will know the character well enough to predict what she might do in a given situation. And as your plot progresses and the stakes get higher, this is when your readers should furiously be turning pages as your character's internal conflict is challenged. Why? Because they are well and truly invested in the outcome. To get the necessary character information into your story while keeping up the momentum, here are a few tips. You don't want to info dump, which means take all this information and just sort of put it down either, as thoughts or narrative that doesn't move the story along. Instead, weave in the details in scene, such as in a conversation. Try not to think of suspense as in the thriller sense, because you don't want to just be using overly dramatic or scary words to create the suspense. Really just think about the internal and external conflict. What this means is that we set up characters that our readers understand in situations that will challenge them, and readers will see if they can predict how things will turn out. Another way to keep the suspense moving is to end a chapter with a cliffhanger or an uncertain outcome, so the readers will be desperate to turn the page. Make sure you use small sentences, not too many long words, not too many wordy sentences, because that will just slow the pacing down when you really just want that heart racing pace. So, why don't we put this into action? Moving forward with the piece you're already working on, start a new scene in which there is some type of external conflict between your two main characters. For example, a new girl arrives at school and seems to take your main character's place with her closest friend. Now layer in some internal conflict. For example, with this scenario, your main character might have moved around a lot and has been afraid to open up. But she was just about to take the plunge with this new best friend and invite her over for one of her cherished Friday night family dinners. And the way that we follow that chain of thinking is that she just had a conversation with her parents. So it hasn't moved into a long sort of internal examination of what's been going on, but it all happened in scene without slowing down the action. In walks the new girl, and now your main character can't bring herself to extend the invitation. We know what's going on, and now we're so invested in her, we want to know what's going to happen. So you see how that gap there between what she wants to do, shut the friendship down maybe to save herself the feelings of loss, and what she needs to do to take the plunge and risk the loss just for the benefit of friendships. See how that will lead the plot along? This is where things start to get interesting, where the reader will begin to guess what will happen next. And that means, congratulations, you've got an invested reader.